had a great day. We did decide to extend the Weather Authority alert day several hours ago to now go through tomorrow at 7 a.m. Okay, so we'll be able to expire this thing right after the morning show here on WSLS tomorrow morning. But again, we officially now have a Weather Authority alert day through 7 a.m. on Thursday. More ice has accumulated and will continue to accumulate in spots here as we go into tonight. That could make for some icy travel conditions. And one of the things we'll be watching very closely, especially as we go into the weekend, is the potential for some flooding. Okay, this ground is pretty saturated right now. We've had snow, we've had ice, we've had rain. The ground, simply put, can't hold a whole lot more. And with more rain on the way on Saturday and Sunday, the possibility is certainly there for us to have some flooding. Not only, flooding on, streets, but also we'll need to keep an eye on the creeks, streams, and rivers as well. All right, the reason that we are pushing this Weather Authority alert day out towards 7 a.m. tomorrow is because of that threat for additional precipitation tonight, and to also coincide with what the National Weather Service is thinking. They have a winter storm warning remaining in effect. It actually was extended through 7 a.m. on Thursday. Okay, so we extended the Weather Authority alert day. The National Weather Service has extended the winter storm warning as well. So again, winter storm warnings in effect for all these counties you see shaded in this pink color. That does include the NRV, the Roanoke Valley, areas in and around Lynchburg, and also up towards the Highlands. South side, you are not in this winter storm warning. Everybody else is. All right, friends, let's take a look now at the radar, and we have a little break in the activity here at the 8 o'clock hour. It's 8:02 now. Really not much happening, okay? It's not to say we're done, but for now, we're in a break or in a lull. We've got a little bit of rain out across south side into portions of Henry, Pennsylvania, Halifax, even Charlotte counties. But focus your attention more towards far southwest Virginia. That's where we have more rain and freezing rain in and around Marion and points southwest of there towards the Tri-Cities area. So a break now. Precipitation fills back in here over the next hour or two. I want you to pay attention to what is going on in areas south and west of us. Look at areas around Knoxville. Look at areas around Bristol, Nashville, Chattanooga. Do you see that rain? That's heading northeast. And as it does, it's going to be a player in our weather as we go into tonight. Okay, so we're not done yet. We've got one more wave of energy, and then we're done, okay? So really this is going to push in over the next hour or two and be with us through most of the overnight tonight. And again, the hope is that temperatures will go up a degree or two as the night progresses. But if we stay around freezing, that will mean more freezing rain in the forecast for us as we go into tonight. Now, road temperatures. Everybody right now has road temperatures below freezing. We've got them really ranging between roughly 25 and 31 degrees. Those are road temperatures. So if air temperatures also are at or below freezing, that opens the door for some freezing rain to stick potentially to roads. So that is the reason, one of the reasons why we are a little bit concerned about the likelihood for a little more freezing rain as we go into tonight. It's not all going to be freezing rain. It's going to be rain and freezing rain. And my hope is that we're going to see more rain than freezing rain. But you got to keep in mind, if we do see any more freezing rain, these road temperatures aren't going to help matters. Okay, they're again all below freezing everywhere. Now, as far as freezing rain totals we've seen so far, Nathalie in Southside, almost 2/3 of an inch. Ditto for Pilot in the New River Valley. Bent Mountain, of course, that's in Roanoke County, 6/10 of an inch. Lynchburg, 6/10 of an inch. Blacksburg, you're right at about a half an inch, although the numbers probably have crept up a little bit since we put this graphic together about 2 to 3 hours ago. I wouldn't be surprised if Blacksburg, you have more than a half of an inch right now. You'll notice Martinsville, Huddleston, Tower Hill. Tower Hill, by the way, in Appomattox County, all at about a half an inch of ice, okay? Pinhook, you're just under a half an inch. You're just over 1/3 of an inch of ice in Ferrum. Other freezing rain totals to go over. Wytheville, Elliston, you're right at about 1/3 of an inch. Galax, about 1/4 of an inch. 2/10 of an inch in Dublin. And you're just under 2/10 of an inch in Gretna, okay? So most areas have seen icing anywhere between, and freezing rain totals, anywhere between roughly 1/10 of an inch up to about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so a couple areas seen a little bit less than that, a couple of areas maybe a little bit more than that, but for the most part, we've seen anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of ice around here, i.e. freezing rain, since the storm began. Okay, it started as snow, went to freezing rain and sleet, and then it transitioned over to rain for some of us, but these are your freezing rain totals. I'd be remiss if I did not talk about sleet totals, and we've had a 1/2 inch plus of sleet being reported out across portions of the NRV and Highlands as well. So this has been a messy storm no matter how you look at it. All right, let's talk some good news. Good news, right? It's 8:05. Let's focus here on the next couple of minutes on maybe a little bit of good news, okay? And that lies tomorrow, all right? We're going to, I think, see a day tomorrow where we're going to see some cloud cover early, and then we're going to see more sunshine later in the day. If there are any leftover showers tomorrow morning, they will end quickly. I would say if there are any leftover showers, they're gone by 9. I think then the sunshine will come into play from lunchtime on tomorrow. So increasing sunshine for us on Thursday, and also notice high temperatures tomorrow. Better. Upper 40s and even in some areas low to mid 50s. I think your temperature range tomorrow for most of us, not all of us, mountains will be a little cooler, but for Road Oak, Lynchburg, South Side, I think your high is about 48 to 53. Okay, so we're better. And again, we're going to see more sunshine tomorrow, have a chance to dry things out a little bit tomorrow. And then we're going to have some wind around tomorrow too. Doesn't look like it's going to be that big of a deal. For now, the winds are light. They're going to stay light all night long, but come tomorrow, those winds tend to increase just a little bit. We're looking at sustained winds tomorrow, about 6 to 14. They'll gust anywhere between roughly 20 and 30 miles per hour. I'm looking at those stronger winds tomorrow in the mountains, those weaker winds out, say, towards the Piedmont. So NRV Highlands, your winds will be a little bit stronger tomorrow than say, Lynchburg and South Side. So the winds are on the uptick tomorrow, but overall tomorrow is looking like a much calmer weather day. And then we turn our attention to the weekend. Okay, Friday looks good too. Friday is going to be cool, but it's going to be mainly sunny. Okay, we're looking at highs on Friday about 43. And then another low pressure system will move in as we go into Saturday and on Sunday. All right. So I think what you're looking at Saturday is if the precipitation gets in here early enough, then we could start this thing as some freezing rain. Okay. The later the precipitation starts, the less freezing rain we're going to have on Saturday. But right now it looks like it'll come in for maybe a couple of hours and initially have the chance for some freezing rain. Okay. Transition quickly over to plain rain. And Saturday looks wet. No other way to say it. Saturday is going to be rainy. It's going to be cool. Temperature is about 45. Sunday, we go up to 55. And I'm thinking that Sunday, the wettest part of Sunday, will be the first part of it. All right. I'm thinking that we're going to start to maybe dry things out a little bit as we go into Sunday afternoon and certainly as we go into Sunday evening. So I think Saturday into the first part of Sunday is the wet part of the weekend. I think Sunday afternoon may dry out and maybe even squeeze out a little bit of sunshine later in the day. But remember how we started this this live stream? We talked about how there's a long-term flood threat. Well, I'm thinking that as we go into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the flood threat is going to increase, okay? Even though we're going to have a chance to dry out a little bit on Thursday into Friday, Saturday into Sunday, we're going to see more rain. And right now, it could be quite a bit of rain. And that could allow for the swollen or saturated ground. There's not a whole lot of room for runoff, and that could create some issues. We may have to also keep an eye on the creeks, streams, and rivers as we go into the weekend as well. So Saturday, Sunday, I think the main concern is flooding. I don't think we get severe weather, but Saturday, Sunday, certainly pretty good chance for some rain. And then as we look long-term, looks like Monday, Tuesday look dry. May have another chance for some wintry weather as we go into next Wednesday. So that's a week from today. That would be, I believe, the 19th. Potentially even going into the 20th. So we're going to have to keep an eye on next Wednesday, maybe even next Thursday for the potential for more snow and ice. So Mother Nature may not be done throwing some wintry weather at us just yet. All right. Again, tonight we're going to have more rain and freezing rain pushing in from the southwest. Hopefully we can get those temperatures up just a little bit as the night goes on. But if you're hovering around freezing, then chances are you're seeing freezing rain. And if you can at all, just stay inside tonight, stay home, and don't go out on the roads. All right, friends, it's 8:10. We'll be back here at 11 o'clock for our 11 o'clock newscast on WSLS 10. We do hope to see you then. Hope everybody has a great night. Be safe, and we'll see you again real soon.